지금 좀 뜨나요? 이제는 뜰 겁니다. 자, 그러면 앨런 웨이크를 녹화를 하면서 한번 해볼게요. 자, 이번에 할 게임, 아니, 네, 이번에 할 게임은 앨런 웨이크 2. 한 20년? 아니다. 한 10 몇 년 만에 찾아온 건데요. 리메디에서 안 내다가 다른 기획사에서 냈나 봐요. 어디더라? 잠깐만요. 그냥 듣고 에픽 게임 어디서 만든 건지 알 수가 없네. 응? 소리가 안 나지 왜? 아, 나는구나. 소리가 조금 적은 것 같습니다. 이 정도 하고 어서 오세요. 아, 새 게임 녹화를 시작하겠습니다. 게임에 집중 좀 할게요. 스토리 보통 스토리 보통으로 하자. 네? 이 키고 나서 저 딴 거를 하거든요. 키고 나서.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story.
나 왜 자꾸 좋은 얘기 생각이 나지?
In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster.
그 정도로?
And monsters wear many faces.
소리 너무 크면 알려주세요. 응? 뭐야? 정말 빤스는 입고 있어라. 제발. 뭐가 필요해? 돈? 나도 필요해. 시점 바꾸는 게 없네 이거. 너무 어두운 것 같은데. 밝기 측정. 감마값을 올릴까? 왜 올라지? 이렇게. 조금 봐야겠죠? 모딜레만 봐서는 워킹데드가 생각이 나는데.
Can you hear me?
Come on, Ed. We should go.
햄?
Already gone.
이 아저씨는 왜 이 시간에 왜 빤스바람으로 이러고 있는 건지. 어디가 너무 춥다. 끝까지 올릴게요, 그냥. 엄마야, 깜짝아, 씨. 아, 씨. 아, 이거 뭐야, 이거? 이거 봐라. 내가 알던 앨런 웨이크가 아닌데? 뭐 땀나는 거 표현한 거 봐. 귀여우네. 오, 역시. 피하는 거 뭐야? 없어요, 아직은. 도문이 있고요. 진작에 명성이 좀 엄청나가지고. 민구님도 어서오시고요. 지금 녹화 중입니다. 본작의 명성이 너무 높아서 뭐야 이거 뭐야 이거 식사하셨나요? 언제나 물리퀴 감사합니다. 많이 잔인해졌습니다. 피 들어가면 안 될 것 같은데. 호수. 앨런 웨이크 2 도네이션 감사합니다. 어저께 해주신 돈으로 이거 하는 겁니다.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers. I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
야,
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
왼쪽은 그래픽인데 오른쪽은 진짜 같습니다.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
부담감 겁나 주죠.
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
코드는 레이크. 아, 오랜만이다.
Time to get to work. A
필터
deputy was
때문이었구나.
supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene.
앨런
There's the
웨이크
car,
2.
so where's the
입니다.
deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
기한 1. 초대. 일이 되고
You're the one who wanted to switch, Thornton.
뭐라고?
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right?
Mhm.
Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're
사라 브레이커 원인작에 나왔던
Anderson.
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner,
떡볶이요?
Alex Casey.
되게 좋아하죠.
Shoot.
안 매운 걸로.
Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that,
여기 왔잖아.
Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene.
일단 말랑거리는 건 다 좋아한다고 생각하시면 돼요.
Shed.
이가 없으니까. 그렇어.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners.
아 진짜로요?
I wonder what they were
오,
doing sneaking around the woods at night.
떡볶이라. 솔직히 떡볶이보다는 저는 오뎅이 더 좋습니다.
City folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell him I'm here waiting. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
자, 야. 여기가 저기 그러니까 원에서 나왔던
Before we
콜드론
get to the
레이크죠.
crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
사건 보드. 이게 뭐야?
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again
오늘은
for each
녹화니까
case.
말 좀
Using
줄이겠습니다.
each field office as a model in my head.
이건 뭐
Facts are
이간
on the board.
저것도 아니고
Everything we know about
Evil
the
reading.
previous murders. Worth taking another look.
이걸로 오당할 수 있습니다. 이렇게. 모든 시신이 부풀어 오름. 가스죠? 물에 젖었을 때
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
온지 5분도 안 됐다. 봐야지 돼가지고 어떤 얘기를 하지.
Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
자막은 되게 큰 걸로 했습니다. 제 방에는 한 40대 분들이 너무 많이 넣으셔가지고.
You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last
여긴
case.
애들은 절대 안 와요.
Real funny, Anderson.
30대? 오, 좋겠다. 부럽다.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
각자 기능이 뭔지 모르겠네, 이거. 모기도 고를 수 있나 봐요. 약간 느낌이 데이즈곤이랑 조금 비슷한데 시점도 그렇고 카메라 워킹이 그 비슷한 것 같아.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
이런 시간에 산책이라 정말 부의 상징이죠.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Coffee's on me. This is on me. 너무 소리가 죽나? 걱정되는데. 쫀쫀한 호수.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
경례 안 해? 씨.
So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
아, 이거 오프닝이 거기구나.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
그 사람
Thanks,
먹어야죠.
Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a
아껴고.
coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
딱히 그런 건 없는데. 이건 심장인가?
Step 1. Examine the corpse. Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic. Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
뭐야? 나 이거 있을 줄 알았다네.
Inside stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
심장이죠, 이거.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. The killer left the heart right next to the body.
사건 보도를 어떻게 올려둘지. 이걸 어디다 붙여놔야 되냐? 이거를 어떻게 해야 되지? 이거 아직 아닌가 보다. 이거. 아니네? 안 되는 거. 여기 있는데 이렇게 자리가? 요거. 이거네요, 키가. 도자기 왜 이러니까 이거?
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
그럼 피해자에 대해 알아보기. 이거
Who is our
찍었는데.
victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here.
그러면 피해자.
Keep trying.
이번에는 당황해서 도망간 것 같습니다. 당황해서.
Did they plan for the murder to happen here?
이게 피하는 거구나.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him.
Ah.
Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
그냥 나만 보면 막 총을 쏘던 원에서 그 FBI 요원.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
그건 아니지.
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
뭔가 중요한 내용이 있으면 어쩌죠 합니다.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
브라이튼폴드죠, 여기가.
I think that's everything. For now.
잠깐만요. 사건 보도를 또 보겠습니다.
Boot prints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
쟤 뭐냐? 나이팅게일. 피해자는 아닐 것 같아. 아, 피해자구나, 얘가. 네.
Sure. Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
피해자는 로버트 나이팅게일. 상태. 어우, 조작감 이거 뭐지? 액적 아니면 우발적. 이것 때문에. 이번엔 소설을 안 쓰나 보네요. 스나이퍼 필름. 아, 전설의 필름이죠.
Nope.
아니야? 이것도 아니고 이거 어떻게 해야 되지 이거? 그쵸. 여긴데? 됐어. 됐다.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
응? 잠깐.
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
실종자.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something. Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
그러면
This mug always cheers me up.
프로파일링 다 한 거 같은데 이제. 그쵸?
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
네, 퇴근해요.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake.
Oh.
Probably looking for shelter. Safety.
지도 없다.
They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
이런 식으로. 약간 오픈로드 비슷하게 되는데요?
The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
아니야, 국자 뭐니? 아니야, 국자.
I didn't know trees got that big.
바오밥 나무도 아니고 뭐냐 이거?
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though.
한 50층 높이는 돼 보입니다.
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
이건 주실 수가 없네요. 이렇게.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter.
한 장씩 빠졌던 그거구나.
Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the
the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here, someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
이거 아니고. 또? 알팅기는 콜드는 어쩌고저쩌고 나왔다. 아이를 통과시 나왔다. 그치. 이게
Doesn't
조작감이
look right.
조작감 거지 같습니다. 잠깐만요. 씨. 여기다가 아닌데. 그치 이렇게. 이게
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
이건 뭔데? 그 다른 소리도 읽고 있지 않니? 마치 메시지처럼 느껴졌다. 이렇게 됐어. 이거 원고 페이지 마이너스 프린트 프로파일링 원고.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
그러면
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
보고만 돼요.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
stop.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what?
아니구나. 잠깐만.
Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Which is her, 뭔 소리야? 마녀하고 살고 있습니다.
Did you know this entire area is inside a caldera? This whole mountain used to be an active volcano. Imagine the force it took to carve this crater out of the earth.
잠깐만요. 나 지금 어디입니까, 여기? 지도. 여기로 오면 안 될 것 같은데?
I helped Logan build a great baking soda volcano for her science fair.
Cheating on a science fair? That's almost a crime, Anderson.
I'm not gonna say no to quality time with a volcano. I mean, my daughter.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the
Oh.
Bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the
Nice.
car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
뜁시다. 안 뛰네. 씨. 아까는 뛰더만.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
야, 어디로 가야 되니까? 깜짝아. 아, 깜짝아.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner. I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique,
어서 오세요.
hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
이 마을을 낮에 돌아다닌 적은 없는데.
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Hi there.
So,
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie? Don't know, don't care.
저 있다. 디어 다이너. 다이너.
Oh dear. Cute.
그 내 거야?
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. It's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
잠깐만, 얘 얼굴이 아이스맨 얼굴
I'm
아닌가?
Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Brinker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess.
오, 사람들 꽉 차 있네.
Cases spiked around
이런 것도
2010.
처음 보네.
The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's...
축구 박스. 그대로 있고요.
I can't believe that happened. I still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found it.
왜?
The whole thing was terrifying. That's
뭘
all.
봤는데?
Good to see you.
아, 뭔가 있는데. 지금 누가 인사한 겁니까?
Profiling.
어서 오세요. 아까 마이크가 없어가지고. 어서 오세요. 어디 보자. 자, 받아. 이건 아닌 것 같고. 주말 잘 보내세요. 내일 일 가시면 뭐 그렇고. 됐어.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
응? 이형 사건은 진행 중인 주제에 더한 광고 나온다. 아, 저 광고랜다. 힌트가 나온다고.
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
그치. 이게 참, 어떻게 되냐? 고단의 목표? 어떤 교단?
The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists.
근데 얘기를 막아줘 준 거는?
The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the writer fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
이제 여기서 뭘 해야 됩니까? 여기가 커피숍 있는 데고. 목표. 식당에서 목격자 신문하기. 땅에서 목격자 신문하기. 아까 어떤 아저씨가 나한테 인사했는데.
How can you be so calm?
Corpses are part of the job. Can't dwell on it too much.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
빨리 말해.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful.
어?
Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
로즈, 로즈네?
Oh God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter.
무슨 소리?
That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No.
키스티라고?
You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
로즈가 많이 이뻐졌습니다.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
아, 살바 브레이크는 어떻게 변했지?
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
주인공 못하는 게 없습니다. 역시 주인공.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
이 머리 왜 이러니?
Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination.
와.
What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me?
이건 뭐야? 아, 심장이구나.
Uh-huh. They did leave something inside his chest. There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that? Defensive wounds. They put up a fight.
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy.
배 좀 봐.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up.
야, 이거 지금 오래 쓰게 생겼다. 난 10년. 이게 좀 애매합니다, 이게 조정이. 됐다. 우선 심리학 이건 아니고.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
이미 묶여 있었다. 그냥 그러네요. 알았어. 빨리 봐봐. 하고 있잖아 지금. 잘 안 돼 이게. 여기? 이럴 땐 되고 왜 저럴 때는 안 되고. 그럼 어서 오세요. 어서와요. 어서. 잘 있었는가요? 잘 지내셨지 말입니다.
Chest wound is cause of death.
어서
The
오세요.
corpse is bloated, waterlogged.
일 하느라 바쁘셨죠?
Doesn't add up.
심장하다가 뭘 써놨다고? 아 맞다. 이거 눈 안 왔어요? 눈?
There's definitely
한 방울
something in his
내린다고 아까
chest.
문자가 왔거든요.
Did the
아직
killers leave it
거기
there?
왔거든요. 거기 사시는 분이 눈 한 방울이 막 안 온 지 13년. 알겠습니다. 흉강 조사하기. 이게 뭐가 찔렸다. 동해바다와 가까운 땅은 변하는 거. 아 그래요? 어쨌건 되게 많이 온다고 얘기 들었거든요. 아우. 아 그런가? 일단은 식사는 하셨어요? 이게 뭐야? 경남.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
아 wendy님도 어서 오세요.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
두 분 다 오늘 첫눈은 아니에요.
We found these kinds of pages.
어서 오세요.
I didn't think they were relevant to this case.
아마 밤에 눈이 오면 낮에까지는 있을 거예요 눈이. 동해 저기 남부지방도. 다들 반가워요.
No, 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 wait.
이 게임 도내주신 분도 감사합니다.
Sheriff?
What the hell?
오, 저 뭐야? 오. 오. 네. 오. 전편보다 호러해졌네요. 걸러 나간다. 희한한 것 같은데요? 총소리 나잖아, 이거.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
1편이 13년 전에 나온 게임이라. 어이구.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
네, 카론의 배. 오, 이거 무슨 잠깐만요.
I need to get into the light.
이거 무슨 암네시아야? 총알이 없는데. 저기 있어. 안전지대는 체력 일부를 회복시킵니다. 언제는 살아먹게 됩니다. 아, 진짜로? 야, 많이 바뀌었다. 응?
My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
뭐야. 한 방이네? 한 방 컷입니다. 난이도를 괜히 올렸네. 아니야, 그럴 수도 있어요. 네, 많이 오셨어요. 고맙게도. 그리고 게임은 어저께 전 회장님께서 구매를 해주셨습니다. 이거 어떻게 깨야 돼?
He can't see me in the light.
아하.
My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
빠꾸님도 어서 오시고요. 제 안전지대는 아까 읽었던 거죠?
Gotta move now.
선생님이 여기 어디 있는데? 아, 여기 있다. 오! 이거 지금 총소리가 약간 무지하게 달라졌습니다. 내가 알던 앨런 웨이크가 아니에요.
Vanished.
총소리 좋은데? 챕터 1 예고편이 있나? 왜 드라마 보면 그러잖아요. Previously, Walking Dead. 안 돼. 저작권 걸려.
He didn't have a heart.
바로
But he still
시작하네요.
got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
괜찮아요?
He just disappeared.
그렇게 달리더니 어저께.
What's going on here?
We need to
에이.
figure that out if we're going to do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this.
일단 나갑시다 여기. 나가서 해장부터 하고 육개장 뭐 이런 걸로. 아니면 국밥?
I can't force it open.
얘가 사람은 아니겠지? 사라 브레이커 있죠? 1편에서 나왔던. 네, 그대로 있구나. 어디 보자.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
근데 이게 좀 호불호가 갈릴 것 같아요, 이거는. 속도감이 없어요, 게임. 일단은 속도감이 없습니다.
Turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future.
이블 리딩 2처럼
There's no rational explanation.
정신적인 방이거든요,
This
여기가.
is the case we must solve.
그리고 나무 교단에서 힌트가 교단의 목표. 이거? 교단의 의식. 의식 일부를 쓰기?
Keep trying.
왜 안 돼, 이게? 응? 왜 안 되고 그래? 응? 응? 여기가 아닌가? 아, 그러네요. 나이팅게일이 괴물이 된 유일한 피해자라. 왜? 뭐 원고 페이지는 이렇게 있고요. 원작이랑 같습니다. 예, 종이를 주시면 거기에서 내가 앞으로 할 행동들, 앞으로 일어날 사건들을 다 보여주는 거기 때문에 그건 똑같을 거라고 생각해요. 라디오? 저작권. 아. 별건 아닌데. 천이죠, 그러면.
There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal. Their purpose.
야, 이런 식으로 마음의 공간이라는 데가 있는데 이게 호불호가 갈릴 것 같은데요, 호불호가. 이블 리딩 2 있잖아요, 그런 것처럼. 아까도 얘기했지만 이게 또 아니야 또? 이거? 아니고요. 이것도 아니고요. 됐다. 일단 나갑시다. 근데 경찰이 여기 죽어 있는데 이러는 건 꼼짝도 안 하네. 아, 보안관 참. 왜?
Must be locked from the other side.
잠깐만, 시간과 정신의 보드가 여기가 뭐가 사건이 막혔을 때 보라고 하더라고요. 목표. 나이팅게일이 어디로 갔는지 알아내기. 없잖아.
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
인물을 찾습니다. 이렇게 뭐라고 했는데 여기는 없어요. 일단은 프로파일링 한번 해볼까? 나이팅게일.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
뭔가 근데 이 사람은 누구야 그러면? 보안관인가요? 안 보이면 얘기해 주세요. 소리가 적거나 그래도 막 했는데 여기 갈 데가 없습니다. 나이팅게일이 어디로 갔는지 알아내기인데
They were tearing into the naked guy with knives.
방식 누군가가 얘기합니다. 내가 죽었는데 어디로 왔는지 내가 어떻게 아니?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
여기서 뭘 봐야 되는데 뭘 어떻게 봐냐? 나이팅게일이 숨어있을 만한 곳? 여기 아니에요? 없으니까. 내가 기대하던
The heart is gone too.
진짜?
Did the fucker take it with him?
염통이랑 이런 거 다 썰어주잖아요. 순대랑 같이. 아, 순대 먹고 싶다. 순대를 초장이랬다. 소금을 콕 찍어가지고 먹으면 문 안 열려요. 못 나가요. 이 조금만 돼서 뭘 어떻게 하라고? 응? 뭘 어떻게 하라고? 근데 게임 학구방에 어제보다 많이들 오셨어요. 반가워요. 편하게 보세요. 댓글 이런 거 신경 쓰지 마시고. 지금 매니저분이 언제 나가셔서 말씀을 못 하시는데 애들볼로 있으시면 팬 가입 부탁드리겠습니다. 정말 이렇게 뻔뻔하게 얘기를 하니? 없어. 근데 없어 아저씨. 없다니까요. 아저씨 어떻게 해주지? 버그는 아니겠죠 설마. 다시 한번 뭐야 원고 페이지 보자. 언제 한번 나이팅게일을 쫓는 사과는 맛있어. 아니에요. 약 먹을게요. 홀들은 헛수로 돌았다. 이게 아니었다. 이 괴물을 막아야 한다. 미당의정 전에 그것이 그녀의 일이었다. 과거체네요. 그는 그 안에서 그녀를 기다리고 있을 것이다. 중첩계라는 게 뭔지를 모르겠다. 그건 뭐지? 어디로 갔는지 알아. 와, 모르겠는데? 잠깐만, 콜드론, 여기 있구나. 있는데, 이게 뭘 어떻게 하라는 건지를 모르겠네요. 됐다. 이런 식으로. 야, 큰일 났다, 이거. 큰일 났다. 어떡하지? 원래도 못하는데 가독성도 없고 사과는 홀드론 호수로 돌아갔다. 사과는 나이팅게일을 추적해야 했다. 그러려면 중식계를 들어갈 수밖에 없었다. 입구를 찾아라. 이런 거겠죠? 약간 또랑이랑 비슷하답니다. 됐어.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
오케이가 괜찮아가 아니고 알았어 이거지. 그리고 이 게임이 지금 헷갈리는 게 이게 현실인지 모릅니다. 소설 속인지.
We heard gunshots. You all okay?
빨리
Did you get
왔다.
spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me.
오늘 맛있는 거 드세요, 다들.
We'll do what we can, man.
떡볶이도 괜찮고, 튀김도 괜찮고, 닭튀김도 괜찮고, 피자도 괜찮고.
Right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
지금 시체가 걸어 나갔다는 게 지금 공론화가 됐습니다. 시체가 걸어 나갔다는 게. 그럼 이거는 소설이라는 얘긴데.
They're a fine pair.
그렇죠? 그렇게 얘기가 되는 거죠. 뭐야 이거? 어드벤처 투어?
I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. We've only had a tour guide, also. It's bear season. Oh no, a bear.
여보세요? 너 지금 뭐하니? 스크린 세이버 있는데 뭐하니? 무선 키보드인데 이런 거 같습니까? 뭐야? 총 있다 이제.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
How many times do we have to do this, Walter? Huh? I'm at my wit's end.
I want out! Something bad's going down. I can feel it. Let me out!
Do you think I like throwing you in jail every other day? No, I don't. Do you have any idea how much paper...
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson.
반환을 할까요가 아니고 이제 커널은 이거는 이제 FBI한테 백업.
Whoever you can spare.
자막이 이상합니다.
Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet?
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead.
roll over?
Mercado won't roll over on the issues.
나는 리모델링 돼가지고 좋아요. 근데 그래 일단 어디 게임이 좀 있고 합니다. 나온 지 얼마 안 됐으니까 패치해 주겠죠. 아니 이렇게 분석하지 말고 그냥 즐기자. 죄송합니다.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer. Or maybe 3.
야, 이거
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer.
Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. The same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
심장.
The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case. I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
너 누구야?
Hey, hello there.
What's up?
folks doing? Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing, huh?
A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels
앨런
really
웨이크
off.
2요.
Breaker's disappearance.
13년 만에 나온 걸걸요 이게?
I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
앨런 웨이크 제가 많이 했잖아요.
To give you
보고
more of
2.
those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale?
나온 지가 며칠 안 된 걸로 알고 있는데.
I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally saw.
이건 어천 회장님께서 주셔가지고 도내를 해주셔서 하는 게임입니다. 감사합니다. 어저께 이거 할까 아니면 바하포 할까 했는데요. 앨런 웨이크를 많이 했으니까 요걸 했습니다.
Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
사양이 높을 거라고 생각이 드는데요. 이건 지금 플스예요. 네, 플스니까 뭐 아무래도 20 때는 들어가야 되지 않을까 싶어요. 10이나 그런 거는 좀 타협을 봐야 될 것 같고요.
After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the
그리고
morgue.
에픽 게임즈에 올라와
That
있죠
might be
이게.
the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else.
스팀이 아니고.
Monsters, overlaps, rituals. What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around, learn what this ritual is.
스팀은 아직 올라오지 않았을걸요? 이런 식으로 한 1년 동안은 그런 거 있잖아요, 왜? 1년 좀 후에 발매하는 거. 묵혀놨다가.
Bare feet. Nightingale.
그냥 생각입니다, 제
I'll see
생각.
where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
근데 에픽 게임즈도 좋은 거 많아요. 싼 것도 많고. 그리고 지원하지 않는 지원들도 많이 해주고요. 그러니까 스팀에서는 한글화를 안 해주는데 에픽 게임즈에서는 해준다. 이런 게임도 있고요. 플레이가 그 케이스죠. 그런 식으로. 험블 번들 사이트도 괜찮고. 많으니까 한번 찾아보시기 바랍니다. 분위기 왜 이래 갑자기? 아하냐 씨. 아, 총시점이 바하 같습니다.
The tracks lead into the water.
어허.
Where'd he go from here?
오! 아이씨, 깜짝 놀랐네, 씨.
The present.
아, 놀라라, 씨. 에이, 정말.
Nightingale isn't far.
미안합니다. 욕을 해가지고. 아우, 놀라라. 진짜로. 그치, 플래시, 총, 배터리. 응? 뭐야, 하지마. 죽는다. 이거 뭐야? 위치 뭐라고? 혹시세요, 칼로스. 예. 라밤바 봄바바 봄바밤.
What is that? These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into
손전등
the
강화.
train, not out of it.
오, 이거 뭐야?
My flashlight burned the dark stuff away.
이런 식이구나.
It was covering another page.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light.
편하게
There were
보내세요.
objects that stood
정말
out to Saga, as if the
복권도
light had
사시고요.
manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
제가요? 전 별로 한 게 없는데요. 일단 그렇게 봐주셨다면 감사합니다. 이게 여기인 것 같은데요? 맞네, 맞네. 치즈는 제자리에 있었다. 이거 평가가 다들 어떤 거예요? 나름 좋다고 얘긴 들었는데.
To stay safe,
밝은 빛 보호.
but for something more to be revealed as well.
다른 분들 한 주 수고 많으셨습니다. 됐다. 이렇게 하면 프로파일링 뜨죠. 공첩계.
I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold.
아휴,
This place and the dark
복권 왜 이렇게 안 되냐.
You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold.
아프리카 3,300원 구독 부탁드리겠습니다. 되시면.
It's somehow connected to a tree. Which is ladle?
국자. 국자라 그러니까 이름 생각이 왜 나냐.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. If only had a tour guide. Also, it's bear season. No, a bear. Help.
이거 뭐야 이거.
Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh wow, Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours.
재밌는데 이거.
Unforgettable tour experiences at affordable prices. That's right. I'm Ilmo Koskela, voted best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine, and I'm here to give you the tour of a lifetime. But
아우 믿을만해요.
I've heard the government has seized and restricted access to.
길다 길어. 아 됐어. 봤으니까 목표는 4개. 나이팅게일 추적하기, 마녀 거기 찾기,
I
휴지
need to
찾기.
find the witch's hut.
참고로 이게 번역이 좀 잘못된 게 많이 있습니다. 딸리는 어떻게 치우나? 와 진짜로? 감사합니다. 정말이요? 와 그럼 얼마나 좋을까? 자 지금 이거 녹화되고 있고요. 구두 약속도 약속입니다. 주신다고 했고 저는 받는다고 했습니다. 그러면 됩니다. 계약이 성사가 됐어요. 나온다. 없어. 또 길 찾아야 돼 또. 여기? 여기는 아까 있었고. 난이도는 제가 맨 처음 시작하는 게임이 아니고, 좋아요. 그런 스피릿 되게 좋습니다. 어쨌건, 난이도가, 한 난이도를 올렸는데, 아직은 모르겠습니다. 여기서 뭘 찾으려는 거야? 여기 뭐 콜드론 레이크라고 돼 있죠? 아닌데? 이쪽으로 가야 된다고? 그러면 이쪽으로 가네. 뭔가 뭐, 이리로 못 가는데? 넘어가는 거 없습니다. 엄마, 이거 지금 바하 시스템이랑 비슷한 것 같은데. 맞네, 이거. 빠른 슬로. 맞네요. 권총 사냐, 이건 아니고. 진통제. 건전지 팩. 이거를 빠른 슬롯에서 아래로. 그리고 패럭, 이것도 빠른 슬롯 아래로. 이렇게 되면 바하랑 똑같네요. 어저께 그렇게 고민했는데 바하 살까 이거 살까. 아 맞다, 그 블랙 프라이데이 아직도 저기 뭐냐 행사합니다. 좀 게임사가 다 하니까 한번 확인해 보시기 바랍니다. 이거는 할인 안 하더라고요. 이거 사는데 8만원 들어갔습니다. 에이.
Anderson. Thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
아, 제 돈이 아닙니다. 후원 감사합니다. 여러분들 오브젝트가 빨래방이야 이거? 8만원보다는 조금 아래요. 저 7만 4천원인가? 그 정도 들어갔어요. 아우 빽빽해. 이게 뭐야? 동전. 비싸요. 어서오세요. 앨런 웨이크 2입니다. 다들 주말 잘 보내세요. 즐겁게. 건들 다 드시고. 맞으면 좀만 줘요. 근데 앨런 웨이크 1을 하면은 그것도 별로 이질감이 없어요. 워낙에 명작이니까. 안 열고요. 안 열리네요. 4호는 지금 세개를 합니다. 아, 이거 아깝고. 어저께 왜 망설였냐면, 이거 2개를 살려고 했거든요. 4호랑. 근데 넘어가더라고요, 값이. 지금 바하가 4만 얼마인데? 여기인가? 위치 여기다. 여기 토템. 뭐야, 왜 일로 못 가? 네, 안 가집니다, 이쪽. 아, 맞추는 건가 보다, 이거. 아니네요. 필리핀 나가는 똥촉. 아씨. 에이. 아예 물로 못 들어가네, 이거. 맞는 것 같은데. 안 돼요. 안 돼, 안 돼. 따스하게 보세요. 여긴가 보다. 근데 무서운 건 전작보다 훨씬 무서워요. 무서운 건.
The page described the hut being lit and mentioned a fuse.
아니 들어간 다음에 닫아야지. 뭐 딱히 뭐 없습니다. 없어. 위치설 맞는데? 마녀의 오두막. 여기에는 콜드런 호수의 마녀가 살고 있습니다. 아 근데 앨런 웨이크가 왜 안 나오죠? 실망인데. 뭐야? 플레이어 본 것 같은데? 저도 약간 아주 얇은 거 옷 있잖아요. 그거 위아래,